If you can have sex with a man, you're gay. And now a woman can have sex with another woman, and to me, she's not gay, she's bi, because being a woman on woman is feminine. A woman with a man, she's still feminine. But if a man is getting pegged by another man, it's gay. You can be gay and have sex with girls, but you can't be straight and have sex with men. It doesn't work like that. It's not possible. Coach Greg, in today's video, Chris of the Tren twins wins the lottery. And you're thinking, well, what are you talking about? Well, his girlfriend broke up with him. I'm gonna explain exactly why this is the best thing that could have happened to Chris. I'm gonna teach all the guys out there how you go about dating women. Okay, and so let's start from the beginning. The first time I ever see Carly, she's on some kind of a dating show, and she outs Chris as being on Tren. Literally, I made a video on it, got about 500,000 views. And so the Tren twins were supposedly natural at the time, and she outs them. She's like, yeah, I'm dating a guy, he's kind of famous. You know, it's Chris from the Tren twins, and he's on Tren.
Do you remember how you asked me if he was on Tren?
Oh.
Yeah. Well, it was public knowledge.
And so, when you're dating a woman, one thing you don't want is her blabbing all your secrets to people around the world. And so that was the first strike. The second strike, when I met Chris for the very first time, babe, where are we, London? Yeah. I'm talking to Chris, we're having a great conversation. It's the first time we've ever met. And she's like, hurry up, we gotta go. Mid-sentence, she's talking to me, we're having a great interaction, and she's rushing him off. And so, immediately can see that she basically is wearing the pants. She's kind of controlling, she's masculine. And so that's an immediate no. If a woman tries to do this to you, you walk away. It's very important that you keep frame. And so in that particular relationship, she had the frame. Next, let's go and check her out on her channel here. And so I can see she's got a huge following. She's probably making a lot of money. And she posts a lot of thirst trap photos. And so oftentimes when women post these photos, they're seeking external validation from men. Not in every case. I mean, I know it goes with the job, trying to make money, sponsorships, and so on. But that's 2 strikes. And so I'm clicking on her link tree to see if she has an OF. I mean, if she had an OF, well, that would be the 3rd strike. And so I click on the link tree and I'm going down, and thankfully there's no OF, but there's something worse. You see where it says YouTube? I'm gonna read the title of this video. Pegging My Boyfriend, the sequel. Now, some of you think this is funny, maybe it's just a clickbait title, but she's disrespecting him in the title of her video, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's just a joke, let's watch the video. Remember, I investigate this harder than last time, and trust me, I do have a point. And so watch this.
What's up, Goon Squad? How do old YouTubers start videos? Stop!
Wearing Carly's fucking glasses because she's brought this big ass light out, and I won't be able to sleep if the blue light, like, affects my shit. And then I'm gonna
hands off your nut.
If I didn't know any better, I would assume that that is the Tren twins' sister, and so it's the Tren triplets, and so she essentially is one of them. Now, that's okay for some people. It's okay if a woman wants to be masculine, but if you're a masculine man, you don't want to date a masculine woman. And so, to me, this is the 3rd strike. She's putting him down, she's making fun of him, you know, pegging my boyfriend, teasing him, berating him. In comparison, wouldn't it have been nice where she said, this is my amazing boyfriend who I look up to, who is a role model to me, he helps me out, I deeply respect him. I love this man, and I'm going to stick with him through thick and thin. If she was in her feminine energy, Chris could be in his masculine, it would be much more conducive, it would be a much better relationship. And so when you see this type of behavior, Chris has relinquished his frame. He does not have any say in the relationship. She essentially is controlling him. And so that now precedes the breakup. And so let us watch why they broke up.
I broke up with Chris about a week ago. The real reason I moved out wasn't because him and Mike were too loud. It wasn't because I wanted my own space. It was because he went to 3 different strip clubs in the span of a month and lied about it every single time, knowing I wasn't okay with it and knowing that I don't support that industry.
And so 1 week after the breakup, she's quick to report, I broke up with Chris because Chris did this and Chris did that. Now, in an adult breakup, for example, my own, I had a relationship for 11 years and we broke up. Did I make a video a week later and announce to the world who broke up with who? You all have no idea who broke up with who, if it was mutual, if it was one-sided, if somebody did something wrong, if we both did something right, if we both did something wrong. You don't know anything. And so that is way better than announcing to the world that you broke up. How often do you see people break up and get back together? It's very often. I don't have the stats. Let me ask ChatGPT, let's see. And so 40 to 50% of people that break up, they get back together at some point. And so when you announce to the world all the problems that you had, the breakup and so on, and you get back together, it's kind of embarrassing because people now know your business. And so Molly May and Tommy Fury, they broke up. And so now they're back together after announcing to the world that he cheated. And so he's a cheater, he's such a horrible guy, blah, blah, blah. We don't know why he cheated. We don't know if she cheated. Well, we don't know all the stories. We don't know what led to this. And so he's the bad guy and now she's back with him. And so what perception did that give to the world? Is she a loser now for taking him back because he cheated? Is he a loser for taking her back? Are they both losers? Are they both what? I don't know, but would it not be better to not share with the world the reasons for the breakup or who broke up with who? Hey, this is Carly. I just wanted to answer this one time and one time only. We are broke up and it's none of your business why. Oh, that is the way to go. I don't need to say why. I don't need to say if he cheated on me, if he did this, if he did that. And so she's saying,
look, he went to the strip bars 3 times in a month and he lied about it.
All right. Does the world need to know that? And so if it had been 2 times, would that have been okay? Was it 1.5? Is that the over under? How many times can you go to the strip bar and lie about it? And that's the breakup. And so listen, if you're breaking up over somebody going to a strip bar, because remember, after the 2nd time it wasn't broke up, but after the 3rd it was. And so he's lying about it. They're recording videos. What are the odds that a super famous YouTuber, Mike and Chris, are gonna go out into a public strip bar and no one's gonna know? Do you know how hard it is to do anything without the world finding out? Are you guys kidding? And so he lied about it, really. He's lying about it and they're talking about it in videos. They're going out with the bar with their friends. Perhaps they're at an event and then some boys are going down. His brother, who is so tight with him and is why they're so popular, the brotherly love between Chris and Mike, I mean, it's at top tier levels. And so if one of the brothers wants to go out to the bar, the other might not even want to go. He's there to support his friend. Oh, we got to film content. We're going out here, whatever. Should the woman say you can't do that with your brother? Last I checked, it's bros before O's with an H in front of that. Now, I'm not saying that she's an O. I don't think she even had an OF account. She has thirst trap photos and she is very masculine, but I now have to steel man argument for her side. And so in her defense, if it goes against her values as a human being to not support that type of industry, and she makes it clear, look, this is a deal breaker for me. I'll let you do a bunch of things. You can go to the bars, you can go to the this and that, but one thing you don't do is you don't go to strip bars. Traumatic things happened to me in my childhood. I don't know exactly why, but I can't mentally handle you doing that. If she makes it clear and he breaks that trust, then I support her. There's nothing wrong with that. She can say, I don't want you to do this. And if he doesn't do it, then the deal's off. They've only been together for 2 years and Chris is what, 24? What are the odds that his dream woman, the woman of his dreams, the best woman on the planet, that he's already met her? at 24. And do you really think that men peak at 24? Chris at 34 is going to be a much better man than he is now at 24. He'll have more wisdom, he'll have more charisma, he'll probably have more money, and he'll just know what he wants that much more. He will become a true man. At 24, I know he's not a kid, but he's still very young in terms of being a full-grown adult. His brain hasn't even finished developing at the age of 25. And considering he was on Tren, well, it kind of warps up with your mind. And so, do you really think it's going to be hard for a multi-millionaire, famous superstar to meet another girl? I mean, let's be honest. When you first break up, you're infatuated with that woman. He's probably hurt, he probably misses her. He probably has experienced a triggered attachment style. Right now, he's thinking about her every hour. It's kind of like being addicted to when you're sniffing creatine and you need that craving. Every time you think of her, you miss her and you're thinking, oh, I just need to be with her. And so the next time you see her, perhaps your heart flutters and so on. It's just a triggered attachment style. In time, it's gonna go away. And oftentimes people say the fastest way to get over someone is to get under someone else. And so that may be true, it may not be true. Perhaps it's better for him to just lay out and hiding and not do anything. But guys, it's the Tren twins. If a girl goes, then he's gonna replace the girl with the weights, with the barbells. And so he's just gonna lock in that much more and will eventually come out on the other side that much better. With each relationship, you're going to learn a little bit more about yourself. Now, in the video, he says, you know, it's on me. He's very much taking full ownership, full accountability, and that is a sign of a true man. And so I respect his decision. I also respect her decision. I think this is essentially a mutual breakup. Even though she's saying, I broke up with him, he chose to do the things that led to the breakup. And so he knew what he was getting into, yet he still chose to do it. Now he's saying, I regret it, I shouldn't have done it. But one thing you need to know is this. If you let a woman control you, now really pay attention to this. If you let a woman control you, and what does that mean? Well, if you're a partier, you go out to the bars, to the clubs, to strip clubs, and so on. And so you do all those things, you meet the woman, and then 3 months into dating this woman, she's saying, you gotta stop this, and you gotta stop that, and she tries to change you into what she thinks is her dream man. As soon as you listen to her, as soon as you change, you are now no longer her dream man. You're thinking, but I'm giving her every single thing that she wants. She wants me home by 10. She wants me in bed at midnight. She wants me to do the dishes, to take out the garbage, and to not go out on boys' night ever again. As soon as you do that, the woman is losing respect for you subconsciously. It's essentially a shit test to see how easy is it for me to control this man. Yeah, he's got the millions of dollars. He's good looking. He's famous, but do I own him? Can I twist his arm and get him to do whatever I want? Because if she can, she's gonna think, well, I'm not all that special, and if he's bending over backwards for me, he's probably also not that special. And so what she's going to do subconsciously is hypergamy. She's going to go after someone better. She's going to think in her eyes, if he's willing to change everything just to be with me, then he can't all be that special. But that man over there, who won't stop going to the bar, he won't stop going to the strip club, I respect him. Even though I don't like the fact that he's going, he's a man's man. He's an alpha, and he's gonna keep doing it. And so if you have a woman, and remember, it's within reason. I'm not saying that if you're a drug addict and she wants you to stop, that you shouldn't stop. Like, it's within reason, guys. But if she's saying you can't go out on boys' night and you can't do the things that you did, you can't be the man that you were, and it's different. If you want to do those things and you're becoming a better man because of it, well, that's amazing. You're 1 + 1, each of you are 1, it equals to 3.
What?
That's the sum of the relationship is better than you are apart. That is amazing. That is what you want. But you can't just bend over and get pegged by your girlfriend. Have you ever pegged a man? You've never strapped it on and banged a dude?
I've pegged a girl.
Oh, and you liked it.
Not my favorite, but
I may have been present for this. I liked it. Hey, it is what it is.
but I wouldn't peg you.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't have this
not
done.
Even one in a million
No, like
chance. There's
as
not
soon
one.
as I would do that, if you had me on a scale of 1 to 10, and if I'm at 10, I'm at best a 9 now.
Post spag, you're like
I'm down the ladder.
you're down.
Because essentially I'm gay. And women don't want to be with gay men. You dated gay men. How did that work?
Wait, who did I? Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
wasn't dating.
Well, yeah.
Anyways, yeah, that didn't work out.
It didn't work out. And so here's the thing. Women can be bisexual. They like men and women. Now listen, if you haven't heard this before, pay attention. I'm teaching you. These are very true facts, okay? Bisexual women, they like men and women. Bisexual men are gay. It's as simple as that. Period. There is no debate. If you're a man and you like having sex with men and women, you're gay. I'm sorry. This is factual. Do you agree?
Well, yeah, it's more.
If you can have sex with a man, you're gay. And now a woman can have sex with another woman, and to me, she's not gay, she's bi, because being a woman on woman is feminine. A woman with a man, she's still feminine. But if a man is getting pegged by another man,
It loses.
it's gay.
What if he's like not the bottom? I'm not saying.
I have no ability to even contrive the thought that that would be enjoyable. I don't know how men go to prison and they do the things with other men. I don't care if you're a pitcher, catcher, whatever. I don't care what position on the field you're playing. I ain't playing baseball ever. I'm not switch hitting. No. It's immediately no.
Imagine Wes Watson is in the cell next to you.
How'd you get so big on prison fucking food? First off, fuck the motherfucking food!
I mean, you're like, oh, I'm gonna no, there's no interest in that. There's no, I don't care if it's a power dynamic. That's an excuse that you're gay. Yeah. Oh, it's a power thing. I controlled him. I took control over that man and I made him take it. You're gay. And not that there's anything wrong with that. They have nothing against people who are gay.
It's just a fact.
But it's a fact that if you're bi, you're gay. And so we need to change the terminology. I mean, it's 2025, you can do this and do that. And so if you're bisexual, what you are is you're gay while still having sex with girls. You can be gay and have sex with girls, but you can't be straight and have sex with men. It doesn't work like that. It's not possible. How did I talk about being gay? Because it's Chris, Tren twins. Oh, pegged. Because Carly had a video about him pegging my boyfriend in the title, and I'm like, how could you put that title? Like, would you put that title? No. Like, you're gonna say nice things about me. Even if they weren't true, you're probably gonna be like supportive.
To get clicks, I would not make fun of you the whole video. I would just be like, yeah, like I want to have sex with him, so I'll like, it'll be like nice.
I mean, I feel like you can generally watch a couple interact, and within 10 minutes, you can see if the girl generally likes this man. And what I like to say is, does she have genuine sexual desire for the man? If they do not, it's time to go. And so anytime you meet a new girl, this is how it's going to work. Just if you might be young, you don't know, perhaps you're still a virgin. Eventually you're going to meet a girl, and when you first date, you're going to have sexy time all the time. It's hot and it's heavy and it's exciting and it's great and blah, blah, blah. And what happens sometimes is she loses that desire and she just doesn't want to do it as much. And she's just like, yeah. And you're thinking, oh, but now we're past that phase. We're in love phase, and it's past what's the first phase called in dating? Like the first 6 months? The honeymoon phase. And then after, we don't need to have sex now because we're just emotionally bonded. Yeah, no. As soon as the girl doesn't want to have sex with you anymore, enthusiastically, Myron from Fresh and Fit, he's like, the woman, if she won't have the same veracity when she's going down on you, if you're not fit, and she's not going to have the same feeling. And so you need burning sexual desire. I believe that's what people say. And so if you don't have that with somebody, it's an immediate no. And you're thinking, oh, but I'll date this girl, and then by the 10th date, then we'll finally get intimate. And then I had to get her to grow me. I needed to get to know me. Nope. Because listen to this. This is true fact. If a woman likes you enough, she's going to sleep with you by the 4th date. I have a 4th date rule. If we're not banging by date 4, it's over because there wasn't anything there. You're thinking, no, but she was waiting, she needs to wait, and so on. And listen, if she's for religious reasons and she's still a virgin and all this stuff, that's fine. But if she's a normal female and she can wait that long, it's because she didn't want it bad enough, because eventually somebody else is going to come along, perhaps another coach, Greg, and that person's going to get it on the first, second, third, or fourth date. It's fact. This is what happens because that man, she has genuine burning desire for him. And so she can't wait. She can't keep his hands off. She just cannot. And so if she can keep her hands off you, she don't like you that much. Now, maybe you're rich. And so she's willing to date you and she's like, you know, I don't do this ever. I'm innocent. Don't believe her. Just because a woman's mouth is moving doesn't mean you have to believe what's coming out of it. And so if she actually liked you enough, she probably is going to do something with you sooner than she may admit. Hey, I have a rule. I never do with anybody with this. Yeah, but you haven't met me yet. And so once you meet me, it's going to change. That is how it works in the real world.
Let me say it in the video. My son's a pussy. He's giving up. He's throwing in the towel. Yeah, he's throwing in the towel.
I'm never throwing in the towel.
What is there to explain? You did nothing wrong. You went to a titty bar. What'd you do?
And so the dad is calling him a quitter. Why? For not pursuing a relationship that was doomed from the get-go? I mean, if she saw all the red flags, there were clearly at least 3 red flags. And so she'd be thinking, look, you're going to meet someone else. You're better off single. This woman, you might have loved her so much right now, but 10 years looking back, you're going to look back on the 3 other girls you dated since her, and you like all 3 of them more, and so it's no big deal. And so, Chris, trust me, I was once your age, and you can continue to meet better girls as you get older.
Dated Carly for 2 years, and like all of a sudden I'm gonna go to strip clubs and cheat and shit. Like, no, it was purely for entertainment, for YouTube, and that's where the immaturity lies, and that's where the problem lies.
And so, for entertainment and for YouTube, remember, not cheating, he's saying, look, I wasn't lusting after anyone else. I was going for entertainment. It's almost like going to watch a movie. And I do believe one of these bars was in Japan and it was recorded for video. And so, is it really that big a deal? Now, in her defense, hey, it is a big deal. And so it's a deal breaker. But in Chris's defense, good. I'd rather find out now than continue to go through the motions and end up in perhaps an 11-year relationship, and then it ends later. You're better off finishing it now than allowing it to drag on. I would estimate that 70% of relationships, I didn't check ChatGPT, they go on way longer than they should. People just stay in the relationship even though they know that it's over because they perhaps have fear of breaking up, that they won't meet somebody else, it's too hard, financial reasons and so on. And so as soon as you see that there's no burning desire, when you're fighting over stupid little things like going to a bar with your brother, is it really that big of a deal?
And as her partner, I should have respected those boundaries. I wanted to be Mike's wingman for the YouTube video.
Yeah, he should have listened to his partner and not went. It's much more important than a YouTube video.
And so they're saying, look, she's right. I didn't listen to her. I should have honored her wishes. And I didn't. That's it. But notice how they're making a video response that they wouldn't have had to have made if she hadn't made the response in the first place. And so if she had just said, hey, we're broke up, I don't want to talk about any reasons why, then they wouldn't have to make this response video because she's making it look like he's some kind of perv, that he's doing all these crazy things, and it's painting him in a bad light. And so I do believe that these were exaggerations. I don't think that he's doing anything wrong.
At the end of the day, you fucked up because you don't know how to balance your relationship with Carly, your relationship with me, and YouTube. And that is why you guys broke up. It's not because of your chronic fucking gooner.
And when they break up over this, like you went to a strip bar and I don't like that, you lied to me, it's over. It's not just that. It's kind of like when I was a school teacher and I would send a student to the principal's office and they would say, hey, why did the teacher send you to the principal's office? Oh, just because I turned around. Okay, but that was the 45th thing that you did in a row and it led to that. And so you don't explain that. And so perhaps there was 45 other problems. Perhaps she didn't respect them. Perhaps there was other different problems.
I'm not defending myself here. I'm just adding context that was misplaced in the video that she made.
And so I feel like this is a very mature response.
Me and Mikey are out with a bunch of bodybuilders after an expo. Like, it was like 8 of us, and we went to the nearest spot. Yeah, I should have fucking left immediately as soon as we walked in. And I don't know what compelled me to stay. Maybe it was the burger.
And so they're at a bodybuilding expo and they go to a strip bar with 8 of their friends and he's eating a burger and he's like, oh, I shouldn't have gone. I mean, to me, that's a lot. Like, I can't imagine if I'm at the, I don't know, Mr. Olympia or something, and Mepsagram, let's say she doesn't want me to go somewhere. You can't go to the bar. And perhaps I'm with all my buddies recording content and they invite me out and I go with them and then they're like, I can't believe you went to that. I mean, really? I'm going there to have a burger with the other guys. I'm tagging along. Are you gonna have to say no to everything fun in this world? I don't think so.
I don't know, Carly is a great person and I should have respected her boundaries and she deserves someone who will.
Exactly. Find someone who will. And so she can now move on to the next multi-millionaire with millions of followers who's going to avoid going to a strip bar, who is going to put up with her being masculine and making videos saying I'm pegging my boyfriend. And so the thousands and thousands of men that want that, well, she can go out with those guys. There aren't any. Do you think there's men that like that? Yeah, and so she's gonna get some beta male cuck that's gonna sit there and put up with her shit. And I think she's gonna realize soon, for example, 10 years from now, when she's still single and thinking, you know what? If a guy wants to go to the bar with his friends and eat a burger, if there's a girl that's stripping, there's a girl that's stripping. There could be things that are worse. And so I would ask, why does it bother her so much? Like, you have to think, hey, there could be a very serious reason. I don't know the reason, but I would be wondering, why do you care that much? Is that really the battle that you want to draw the line in the sand, that is the worst thing that's possible in your relationship? Because if that's crossing the line, good luck finding anyone better.
And I think it's an easy fix. Like, I've learned my lesson and I will continue to become a better person and better partner for her or anybody else.
And so imagine, yeah, you can abuse all the Tren that you want. I don't care about that. You can take all kinds of drugs that are going to dramatically shorten your life. But if you go to the bar, strip bar, with 8 of your friends after a bodybuilding expo and order a burger and some wings, that's it. I mean, are we not seeing that? Like, why are we having such a hate towards one thing and an acceptance of something else? She wrote, what he did was wrong and he should have respected my boundaries, but 2 or 3 times he went to film a video and the 3rd time was because he wanted to continue to hang out with the group he was out with. When you read it like that, he went out with his friends to hang out with a group of people. I mean, it doesn't seem all that bad.
I'm ready for it to be over and just focus on
Getting our fucking pro card, baby.
focus on that pro card, baby, because
Yeah. New cycle, new man.
And so there it is. New cycle, new man. Now that the woman's out of the way, well, let's get our pro card.
To make better fitness content.
And so the content's gonna get better. I mean, I don't think that her content added all that much, pegging the Tren twins and stuff. I don't think that's the kind of content we want. And so let's see Chris get in his next girlfriend a feminine woman. And so obviously the best way to get a girl is to get on Blue Lobster, get Blue Lobster, the pre-workout, get on Turk Builder, probably some G-Test, GO2 Max to help you with your cardio, and be sure to get the harder than last time, and then go to the gym and work out for probably a good 6 months, eat in a slight deficit, and then get down to around 12% to 15% body fat, dress really nice. Oh, and while you're at it, get a job that makes at least 6 figures minimum, and then start dating. That is my advice. And by 6 figures, I mean 7. It's inflation, it's 2025. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost your algorithm. If you like the video, like it. Why not? And if you're interested in getting coached, remember, I can help you with the dating coaching and all of this stuff as well. Really good at these things. And so if you're interested, apply by clicking the link in the description. And anything you want to buy, code Greg for 15% off. Obviously, if you have the cookbook, it's going to make it so much easier to lose weight. And until next time, I am out.